Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and I started this night out just perfectly by knocking my green screen into my massive drink of freshly made tea, throwing it literally everywhere. Let's get into this. So we're going to be looking at Amazon's tool deals for this week. These are some of the items that I've found. These are either going to be tools that are on sale, tools that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or tools I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. So first up, as you can see here, we're looking at the Van Pliers, and this is a brand made in Japan. Well, it's actually Engineer, and I think Vampire Tools is like the US based version of it. It's still, all the tools are still made in Japan by Engineer. I think Van Pliers is just the warehouse here in the United States that sells them, and they do come with, I believe, a 3 or 4 year warranty. But the thing is, with Van Pliers or Vampire Tools, the price is going to be basically 30% higher than the Engineer brand. So unless you're really digging the red, that's really the only difference in between the Engineer pliers and the Vampire Tools. And then that Van Pliers comes with the red handles, a 3 or 4 year warranty, and a price increase of basically $10 to $15 per pair of pliers. But I did come across this set. I own 4 or 5 sets of Van Pliers and then a couple set of Engineers, and this is the first time I've came across this set or sets like this. This isn't the only one that they have, but I figured I'd show this one. It is quite expensive, $310, but this is a 10-piece set. It's a nice set. You definitely get a wide variety of basically all of their pliers and their screw extraction T-handle almost. So if you guys don't know Van Pliers or Engineer, their pliers are designed for screw extraction, or they include a feature of screw extraction. You can still use these pliers as their intended style of plier use. The long nose pliers, the slip joint pliers, the lineman pliers, they're all good for those uses. They just have an additional feature of screw extraction, which is extremely handy. And if you've never had screw extraction pliers, they're definitely a handy thing to have around. Even if you just go buy one pair, $15 to $20, you won't regret it. They're always handy to have on hand. And all of my Japan-made tools have been absolutely fantastic. Engineer and Van Pliers included in that, and many other brands. They've always been fantastic. So if you actually look at the price of Van Pliers, each one of these, they usually start around $30 and go up from there. There might be like the smaller pair in here that you might be able to find for mid-20s, but other than that, they're usually 30 to 35 and higher. Now, if you look at Engineer, you can get them quite a bit cheaper, like $17 and $15. Like, it's quite a bit of savings. So that's why I suggest Engineer over Van Pliers, unless you really want that warranty or you're really digging the red color. They have a specific design in the jaws, in the tips of the jaws, that are going to help you bite onto fasteners. And each one of these pliers is going to be good for different size fasteners. Obviously, the long nose pliers, it's going to have a smaller set of teeth up there in the nose than the slip joint or the lineman pliers. There you can kind of see it up close. I've done in-depth reviews on my Van Plier tools, so if you guys haven't, go ahead and check those out. With this set, even at $310, which is a lot, you're getting a lot of good quality pliers here. I want it $30 or $31 per pair. So you're saving a little bit than if you were to buy them individually, basically. But I'm not saying like this is a great deal or anything. I am saying they're great pliers and a great variety. This has 5 stars at 1 rating, but this is just something I came across one day and I hadn't seen before, so I just wanted to mention it to you guys. So when I saw that set, I was like, oh man, Vampire Tools has that, Engineer's got to have it, and Engineer does have it. They don't have that 10-piece set, not that I could find on Amazon at least. They do have sets in the case like we saw with the Vampire Tools, just not that same one, unfortunately. Because I want to say if they had that set for the Engineer, then it would probably be closer to the $230, $250 price range, just with the difference in pricing from the Engineer to the Vampire Tools. This one has 4.2 stars at 296 ratings, And like you see here, there's a few different sets, but not the one that we saw earlier. This one includes, looks like a lineman pair, the multi-purpose pair, and the long nose pliers, and then screw extraction T-handle, like you can see there. And this one's $100. So granted, it's half the size of what we were looking at on the other set, but you know, a third the price. So I think if Engineer came out with that larger set at a little bit better price, they would sell really well. That's just something I wanted to quickly go over. This is the look at the Engineer. Exact same pliers, everything, just with the green handles instead of the red. Next up, we're looking at the Tekton stubby and standard length set of combination wrenches. This is a 50-piece set. It ranges from 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch in the SAE for both the long pattern or standard combination and the stubbies, and then for both the stubbies and standard length, 6 to 19 millimeter for the metric. And there are other sets through Tekton that provide, you know, wrenches up to larger sizes. So at this price of $190, it's roughly $3.80, just under $4 per wrench, which is really good, even when this isn't on sale. And while Tekton, a lot of their products have went up in price over the years, and I don't mention them as often anymore just because the prices have gone up quite a bit, not just due to inflation, but I think this is still a good deal. I've had very good experiences with Tekton wrenches. I think they're extremely clean. The chrome job is really nice. The fitment's good. I like the variety here of both metric, SAE, standard length, and stubbies, all the way up to 3/4 and 19 millimeter. You can also get it in larger sizes as well. But if you have the rewards through Tekton, which is free, and you've, you know, purchased through Tekton, then you can save money and bring the price down even further. But there you can see the full sets. These ones are not made in the USA, just so you're aware. Tekton does offer USA made angled wrenches and like crow's feet, and a few of their wrench styles are USA made, but their stubbies and standard combination and their ratcheting wrenches, those are all Taiwan. Haven't had any issues. Fitment's really good. And when you just compare this set to other brands in its quality range, this is priced really well compared to some of the others. I will have videos coming soon of tools I believe are definitely worth purchasing from Tekton still, and then I'm also going to have another video of tools I don't believe are worth purchasing from Tekton anymore, just due nothing to do with quality, all to do with how much the price has increased basically over the last 5 years. So next up, I believe this is a new product from Capri. I try to keep up with them as much as possible, and I really like the brand Capri. I have a lot of their tools as well. I like their EVA foam organizers. I understand it's not for everybody, but Capri does a really good job of utilizing the space with the EVA foam trays. They keep everything really nice and tight and compact, but still organized really well. Some companies are absolutely horrible at using EVA foam, and they use way too much space, and a lot of the times they're organized really awkwardly. Like Gear Wrench does a really awkward organization with theirs a lot of the times. So I think Capri does a really good job with their EVA foam sets, and I really enjoy their tools. So it's 2 pluses for me. I get it, it's not for everyone. EVA foam, sometimes you just can't afford that space that it takes up. I like this design. It can be used on, you know, any ratchet, but when I was on the race team, a lot of the times we used them on our torque wrenches because there are certain fasteners that you have to torque, and the only way to get on them is with a set of these, and they can come in really handy, especially with them being 12 point. You can get at things from really awkward angles, or more angles than you would, you know, trying to fight with the 6 point. Probably not for, you know, just a weekend warrior DIYer that does minimal amount of work, but if you do a decent amount of mechanical work, these can be a huge time saver and a headache saver as well. These are at $120 full price, not on sale right now, but you can catch them on sale. You should start seeing them on sale. Here's the SAE set at $110. The half-inch drive sets they have are at $130. This, being a new product, does have 5 stars and 1 rating. Chrome vanadium steel, 12.3/8 drive, and Capri has an amazing chrome finish. Here you can see They even provide the equation for when you're using it with the torque wrench, because you're adding a length to the torque wrench, so you need to take that into account when setting your torque measurement. So it is nice that they include that, so you make sure that you get your torque setting correct and don't end up over torquing something because your torque wrench is not the same length anymore. So there are the sizes included, 10 to 19 millimeter, no skipped sizes. And I'm sure we will start seeing this on sale here shortly. And then once again, Capri also does a rewards program to where you can get discounts as well. So that's it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Van pliers or Engineer pliers, those sets, if you own any of them, or if you've been considering them, or if this is the first time you've ever heard them mentioned. Please let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.